An important question for the South Carolina Gamecocks. FanDuel Sportsbook set the over-under at 7.5, over at plus 142, under at minus 176. You don't have to buy into something you haven't really seen when it comes to Lenora Sellers. I think everybody acknowledges that the talent that he showed in his first full season as a starter has a ceiling that could be very, very impressive. Answering the questions about the rest of the team, answering the questions about the defense outside of Dylan Stewart, who is, of course, on that All-America team. That's going to be where your win total decision is made. DK, what are you doing with the Gamecocks?
So I really like Lenore Sellers. We've heard a lot about him. I think he does improve, even though his offensive coordinator is gone. For me, it does come down to a lot of the schedule. I think Shane Beamer was one of the breakout stars. I think we've all talked about how great, how great he is with the media, how likable he is. I think the schedule's great. I think they're a physical team. But when it came down to it, I had too many coin flippy games. Like I can't get close enough to the total and say, of lock wins where you feel really good about them. I could only find 5 of them. So they'd have to go 3 of those coin flippy games go over. So I came under on this one. The other thing too is like they lost some really good players from last year's team that are playing in the NFL now. I know Nick Harbor's, one of Bruce Feldman's freaks. He's up there again this year as the 3rd best player, but hasn't yet broken out. Can he step up and be that player? Maybe. They're asking some true freshmen to step in potentially there. Too many lost guys, too many coin flippy games. I'm on the under.
Yeah, I mean, this is minus 176 for a reason. I don't see 5 guaranteed wins on this at all. I mean, I see South Carolina State and Coastal, but we think like Vanderbilt at home's a guaranteed win.
No, but I gave him Kentucky.
Kentucky, sure. All right, so I mean that gets me to 3. 5. You can guarantee me that 2 of these other teams will probably just like not care or quit or whatever, right? But like I don't know if I know who those teams are on August 13th. I'm under as well. I really like Sellers. I wish that they could have timed up last year's roster with this year's Sellers.
Oh,
that's just not how it works in college football sometimes. Like sometimes you got to arrive a year early, right? To match everything else. And South Carolina does not recruit at a level that makes me just hand wave away losing that much drafted and quality undrafted free agent talent to the NFL, especially on defense. So really for the same reasons that Danny, I think they're 6-6. I think they make a bowl. I think they fight hard. They probably pull an upset and piss off somebody. Bama at home be a prime candidate. Maybe Clemson, right? But I just think that's a whole lot to replace on defense.
I like South Carolina. They're kind of my SEC team, but under. I mean, I don't even know how much more needed. Like, they need to start out 5-0 to even have a prayer of getting to the over, because once October starts, look at that schedule. LSU, Oklahoma, Alabama, Ole Miss, A&M. Then you get Coastal, and then you finish with Clemson. And a tough schedule is nothing new for South Carolina. They had a tough schedule last year. They ended up winning 9 games. But it's hard for me to bet on them repeating that feat this season. It's got nothing to do with Shane Beamer. I like South Carolina, even though I thought that was fun. That was the Cheez-It Bowl was a house divided here for me. But yeah, under
7 exacta. I would maybe sniff at. Like, because especially when you don't know exactly how it's going to come out in the wash. So I am on the under. I'm not going to go 6-6 on this one, but as we discussed, so many coin flip games. And when you've got those kind of questions, I'm just not rushing to bet them to be able to get on the right side of so many of those coin flips.